A Nebraska town finally has some closure tonight.
Almost 20 years ago, a Norfolk woman found a baby's body in the Elkhorn River. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson has more on the update released just today. Mackenzie?
On June 17, 2004, Norfolk police found the body of a dead baby boy in the North Fork of the Elkhorn River. Up until recently, they hadn't been able to identify whose baby it was.
We didn't have much information to go on at the time. Of course, 19 years ago, DNA wasn't what it is today.
The Norfolk Police Department has been revisiting one case since 2004. The body of a newborn baby boy was found in the Elkhorn River. But when police were investigating, they couldn't trace back the biological parents with the technology available.
We did door-to-door searches, we talked to the schools, we talked to the hospitals trying to find anybody and everybody who may have been pregnant at the time.
Miller says they didn't have any luck, and time continued to pass.
Eventually the case went cold. Every once in a while somebody would call us or they'd hear something about a potential mother who had been pregnant and they didn't have a baby afterwards, so we would follow up on those leads.
He says they pulled out the case and reviewed it several times over the years, but never had any luck. But this past March of 2023, the University of Nebraska Medical Center called them to ask if the case was still cold. They wanted to conduct an investigative genealogy process to see if they could find anything, and after some time, Miller says they found a probable match for the mother. He says they found the woman who lived in a nearby community.
She had acknowledged that she was the right person. She was a juvenile at the time, and because she was a juvenile, we chose not to release her name.
She told police the child had been stillborn at home, and she dumped the baby into the river. The only charges they could bring against the mother would be misdemeanors, such as improper disposal of a body, since the child had been stillborn. And the statute of limitations has passed. But Miller says that wasn't the main reason they wanted to solve this case. All
along, it was a matter of getting an answer for the baby, getting an answer for the community was the big pieces. But there's so many people and factors in between that it's our job to come up with these answers, and we weren't going to give up until we had some resolution. The case isn't closed for Miller. He says they're looking for the father and for any possible witnesses. As you can imagine, when that first came out, that we found a deceased baby, it's traumatic for the community and the officers. So having a sense of closure is important. It's not the end for us because we haven't given up in 19 years. We're not going to give up till we have all the answers. Miller says now he just wants to get the full story and close this chapter for the town. He also says they were able to find the mother through relatives that had done DNA test kits.